channel. It's Miss Tay Rosé. This video is going to be a review on none other than the, drum roll please, the Juvia's Place, the Warrior 3 palette. So now this palette I won in a giveaway by a YouTuber. Her name is Olivia Jensen. So thank you, Olivia, for sending this to me as part of that giveaway. Definitely subscribe to Olivia. I mean, her channel is amazing as well. I'm gonna go straight into this palette. So now, before anything, this palette came well packaged. It was bubble wrapped all around, and there were a lot of air pockets within that box as well, so that way the palette wouldn't crack or the palette wouldn't come damaged. And there was a box that came with it cleaned around the box. Despite that, Juvia's Place, they did a really good job with the packaging. The back of this palette is the same as the back of the box. So now it says, "You are a warrior." And it says, an edgy and brilliant weighted masterpiece inspired by the homemade warriors, radiating champions full of vigor and strength. Yes. I mean, this describes me all the way. The Warrior 3 palette was created with high technology to unleash 9 high pigment, all in defiant, dramatic, and daring shades. So, I mean, this palette is like a dare to wear me type thing, but I like it. And if you haven't known about Juvia's Place is a black owned business, so they don't just sell eyeshadow palettes, even though that's what they are known for, but Juvia's Place also sells highlighters and lip glosses as well. And they just released their foundation and concealer products. It was late last year, but this is my very first Juvia's Place palette. Before I even delve into this palette and show you the goodness within it, I'm going to conceal my eyes, and I'm going to actually do my right eye on camera. Doing the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, and this is in the shade Tan Sand. I have a review on this concealer in the cards above. So now that I have my canvas set up for my right eye, it's time for the reveal of this palette. So beautiful, right? And then this girl is popping 10. Okay, like she's fierce like no other. So we have this fierce girl over here, and then you have this amazing goodness right here. This is a palette that I don't have. I mean, some of the colors I may have, but I don't have these colors, and I don't have this green or this yellow. So this palette was a perfect choice for myself. Yes, I'm gonna first do a transition shade, and transition shade I'm going to use first is this pink shade, and it is called Fenty, and I'm going to apply this above using my dotted motion. Ooh, look at that. I love how pigmented this is. This is gonna go all over my crease. Just gonna smoke out or fluff out this part right here so it's not too sharp. So I really love this pink Fenty. I love it a lot. I mean, I remember I used to want to find a pink that was similar to this, but every time when I pick up a pink, it was always red on myself. So I could even apply this alone and I would be happy with it. So I mean, I love how too when I pack on the Fenty, it doesn't, you know, like how some palettes that color goes away. That color does not go away. It stays on and it intensifies. So I'm loving Fenty by far. All right, I forgot to mention also that I'm going to apply Fenty on my outer third as well. Again, like if you get the Warrior 3 palette and you pick up Fenty, you're not going to be upset with the payoff. This is amazing. So now I'm gonna go through the second shade, and this shade is going to act out as my crease shade. I'm gonna go in with this deep purple. This is in the shade Candice, and I'm going to place this directly in my crease and then a little in my outer third as well. I'm loving this by far. So I mean, I can tell you that Candace also has a good color payoff as well. I mean, you see that it easily blends in with Fenty, and the more I pack it on, the more intense it gets. But that's a good thing. Just like how I did it the first time, if you want to apply it lightly to have a light transition, you could have done that as well. But I wanted it to be like intense. I wanted you to see Candace with Fenty, you know, I wanted you to see that. So, I mean, this is really good. I'm gonna go with Fenty, and I'm going to blend this out just a little bit, not too much, especially on my outer third. So now it's time for me to cut my crease. I'm gonna go in with the same e.l.f. 16-hour concealer in the shade Tan Sand. If you want to see how to cut your crease, I have a video as to where I do that, where I teach step by step how to do a soft glam. That is going to be in the cards above. So now for my lid, I'm going to delve into some shimmers, because there are 2 shimmers that come within the Warrior 3 palette, and I'm going to first delve into Camo, and that's going to go in my outer third. Like, look at that. Like, that payoff is amazing. So really quick, I'm gonna go on to another shimmer shade just so this concealer doesn't dry out, and this is in the shade Congo. This one looks more like a glitter, so that is going to go in the middle third of my eyelid, or that cut crease boundary as I like to call it. I like an ombre transition, so I'm going to smooth Congo into Camo. Now I'm going to put some Camo into Congo so it doesn't overshadow it. So really quick, I'm going to talk to you about Camo and Congo. So both of these shimmers have a amazing payoff. I mean, they're not chalky, they're not dry. They both came off the appropriate consistency to even get applied onto my concealer when wet. So now I'm gonna go in, and I don't like that line, so I'm gonna go in with Candace and I'm going to blend this out. So even layering on the Candace on top of Congo, it looks really good. And also too, there is a lot of fallout, not with the mattes but with the shimmers. But maybe it's because the amount that I put on my brush, but you're going to get fallout, especially if you pack on a lot on your brush. That is expected. But just note that you will get fallout. And I'm also gonna deepen Candace above my cut crease boundary as well, just so it's deep enough. So I can tell you, like, so far I am loving the Juvia's Place Warrior 3 palette by far. So now I'm going to clean up underneath my eyelids, and I'm going to do that using the e.l.f. 16-hour concealer in the shade Deep Caramel. So now that underneath my eyes are cleaned up and there's no more fallout, I'm going to go in back with Candace, and I'm going to line that directly underneath my eyes, nearby my bottom lash line. So this is the look that I created out of the Juvia's Place Warrior 3 palette, but obviously with the shade that you have in here, you can create more than just this look. I mean, you have your orange, you have your yellow, you have your green. There's so much more that you can create out of it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish my left eye off camera, and I'm going to finish the rest of my face off camera and give you a full rating on this palette. So now that my face is finished, I can give you a full review on the Juvia's Place Warrior 3 palette. Now I can tell you that just by my eyes alone, you have enough color payoff. I mean, it's not going to, when you pack it on, disappear. It's not going to get thin, I should say. It's going to intensify the colors in which you are using. The colors does justice both on the pan and on the eyelids. I mean, no color or shade is different between the pan and my eyelids, so that's a plus. For the 2 shimmers, it wasn't too cakey. I mean, it was easy for me to apply onto the concealer. There was fallout, but that's expected for all eyeshadow palettes, especially if you want that pack a punch. You're going to get fallout. And the blendability was amazing. It was easy for the colors to morph into one another, so you can have that smooth eye look that you want, or so I can have that smooth eye look that I wanted, I should say. I definitely give this Juvia's Place Warrior 3 palette a 5 out of 5. This is my first time trying Juvia's Place, so I'm definitely going to go on their website or go on Ulta, because Ulta sells Juvia's Place as well, and I'm going to see what other palettes they have available. If you'd like to see any more looks featuring the Juvia's Place palette, be sure to comment down below. And also too, in honor of supporting or continuing to support black owned businesses and black owned makeup brands, I'm going to place their website directly in the description box below. So I mean, I've been rambling on like no other, so I'm just gonna close out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you can see more of me. Also, do not forget to click on that notification bell so that way you are on the alert as to when my videos are out. That is all I have for now. Please be sure to check out the previous video in the section that's coming up. I will see you there. Bye.